I hope you've had a great week, as I have. I've been out on the trails, making the most of my day. So I thought I'd share some photos of some of the sick jumps that I've been on, and some of the different amazing pictures that I took this week. It's been a big day getting the right angle. I've been looking at lighting, doing some editing of the photos just so it looked really good for you, so that I could present it during my message tonight. Now, let's face it, even if you did half believe that that was me in the photos, no matter how much I want to believe it, those photos will never be me. It's obviously true that they are not photos of me, but often in our search for truth, things aren't that black and white. If I was on screen dressed up in the same outfit as one of those photos, you would have been maybe more likely to believe that that was me in the photos. You may be more likely to believe that that was my secret skill that I learned during this isolation time. And even if I had maybe the same helmet here in shot, or the same bike, you could have distinguished the truth. It could have been harder to distinguish the truth, that could have been me, then you just see that was a lie. And the same is true in life. We are trying to find the truth in every day. We hate living a lie. We want to see what is true. When we look at content, when we do research for assignments, we want to find the truth. We don't want to just find somebody who's rambling on Wikipedia of whatever's false. And the same is true when we go and buy takeaway. When we get takeaway from the shops, or when you go and buy something, you want it to be exactly like the photo, or even exactly like the description. I felt like Macca's this week, and so I went on the Macca's website and had a look at how they explained what their food was like. And so I focused on the McDonald's Fries, which you can see here. And the description of the fries was this. It said, "Get them while they're hot. Our legendary, super tasty French fries are the perfect side to any meal. We only use the highest quality potatoes to create those delicious strands of crispy fluffiness that you love. Now fried in a superior and healthier blend, including canola and sunflower oils." So it's got to be some health in there, surely, in the chips being potatoes, and they're now in a healthier oil. So after reading that, my hope was that I was able to order what sounded like the best fries in the world. They should be hot, super tasty, delicious strands of crispy fluffiness that I will love. It said it in the description. But in reality, when I ordered my fries and drove back to the church to eat them, they were no longer hot. They were no longer crispy strands of fluffiness. They were in fact quite cold, soggy. You know, often I get them and they're too salty or too oily, and they're just not what the description is. I want to have something that is the same. And I really hoped that these fries that I was going to receive was as described. But the reality wasn't true. So when I go to Macca's now, I no longer hope that I'm going to get this crispy fluffiness. That maybe I will one day. Maybe I'll go to Fries and go to Macca's and they'll be hot and crispy. But I don't expect them to be the same every time. Sometimes I'll just have to eat a soggy fry. And that's just what I'm going to have to do. And I'm surprised when they get it right. Imagine if my hope in Jesus was grounded in that sort of truth. Imagine if I expected Jesus to work sometimes and not work the others. Imagine if we didn't know what Jesus would do. But Jesus declared to his followers that he is the way, the truth, and the life, and that no one comes to the Father except through me. So then when I look at that statement, I'm actually able to see that what I hope and what I read Jesus here is, that he is in fact the truth. He's not like some fries where they're sometimes hot and sometimes not, sometimes crispy and sometimes soggy. Jesus is actually the same yesterday, today, and forever. And it led me to Colossians 2, verse 6 to 15, which says, "Therefore, as you received Christ Jesus the Lord, so walk in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in faith, just as you were taught, abounding in thanksgiving. See it to you that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. For in him is the whole fullness of deity dwells bodily. You have been fulfilled in him, who is the head of all rule and authority. In him also you were circumcised with a circumcision made without hands, by putting off the body of the flesh by circumcision of Christ, having been buried with him in baptism, in which you have been raised through him in faith, in the powerful working of God, who raised him from the dead. And you were dead in your trespasses and uncircumcision of your flesh. And God made you alive together with him, having forgiven all our trespasses, by cancelling the record of debt that stood against us with its legal demands. This is set aside, nailing it to the cross. He disarmed the rulers and authorities and put to open shame by triumphing over him." As I have received Christ as my Lord, I walk with him, and I'm grounded in his truth. He has built me up on a foundation that is strong. Then as I continue to walk with him, he will make me come alive, and he is truly my hope. When something of concern like COVID-19 comes near, I know who to turn to. I turn to the Creator, the Sustainer of the universe. Just like when we heard about the COVID case in Rockhampton over the last week, which was just 250 metres or so from the church property, and probably close to a lot of your homes. I was not driven by fear and anxiety as I turned to God in prayer, because my hope is in him, that no matter what happens, God is still there for me. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. My hope is grounded in Jesus Christ. Where is your hope grounded today? Is your hope grounded in my amazing biking skills, mountain biking skills? Is your hope grounded in the fact that McDonald's will provide you the best chip possible every time you go there? Or is your hope grounded in Jesus Christ? Because if your hope is grounded in Jesus Christ, if it is rooted and Jesus has built you up, built your confidence up, he will make you alive. He has defeated sin and death. He has defeated the powers of darkness. And Jesus is the one in which I turn to for hope, and that you too can also turn to for hope. Thanks for listening to me this evening. We're going live tonight again at 8 p.m. on Zoom for a chat or a game session. So check your parents' emails. They will have the links and they'll have the details in order to connect with us via Zoom. And we'd love to, hope you have a great week. Most of you are going back to school next week. So I hope you have a great week as you get back to some sort of normal routine, engaging with others and connecting with people at school. Have a great week. We're praying for you. We're hoping that you stay safe and continue to stay safe. Now, where's your hope grounded? Make sure it's in Jesus Christ. See ya. F and Y, we were talking about being grounded in the truth, and I was talking about mountain biking, so I thought I'd show you from my driveway the amount of air I can get on a mountain bike, so you can see that I'm not very good at taking